The latest developments on South Sudan's independence and what's next for the new nation. I'm joined by my colleague John Tanza Mabusu, co-host of VOA's South Sudan In Focus. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Shaka.
Now, talk to me, John, about the fact that it is this week that the new Republic of South Sudan is supposed to be admitted to the United Nations as the 193rd member state. Any particular reason why President Salva Kiir, who was expected to be here, is not here?
Well, what is happening in Juba is that President Salva Kiir is busy trying to put his house in order. I mean, they are trying to form a new cabinet, and it's a daunting task because when he was speaking to the caretaker cabinet, that's the defunct cabinet of the government of Southern Sudan, he wished farewell to the ministers, and he told them that his new cabinet will be lean and most of them will not make it back in the new cabinet. So he's busy trying to put things into perspective.
Are you suggesting, John, that as we talk, there is no government in Juba?
There is a caretaker government. There is a government. In fact, after the declaration of the independence and after the celebration, immediately on Sunday, he reappointed Dr. Riek Machar as his vice president. And then he issued another decree making all the ministers as caretaker ministers in their respective ministries, and gave them strong warning that they will not be involved in any contractual agreement and they will not make any major decision. There is a government in place.
John, what does membership to the United Nations mean to the new Republic of South Sudan, indeed, your country?
It means joining the international community, being part of the family of the international community. It's very important for the Republic of Southern Sudan, because if you're not a member of the international community, then you're not an actor in the world politics. You're not playing an important role. So it's paramount that the new Republic of South Sudan becomes a member in the United Nations.
The independence, John, was declared at the Dr. John Garang Dimabio's mausoleum. He is, of course, regarded as the founding father of the new republic. And yet, there are some voices which have been saying, wait a minute, this is a man who was sent by Khartoum to Bor to actually crush a rebellion, led by, among others, a Major Cherubino Kwanyon Bor. What happened to the other pioneers that in fact established the SPLA?
Well, Garang's legacy remains it remains something that is in the mind of a lot of Southern Sudanese. It's true that he was sent from Khartoum to quell the rebellion that was in Bor, but he decided to join the rebellion and formed what is the Sudan People's Liberation Army and Liberation Movement today. It's worth mentioning that there were lots of other Southern Sudanese who were with him: Rock Tona Rock, Carbino Kwanyin Bol, Joseph Oduho, and the rest. So when they're writing, if the history of South Sudan is going to be written down, of course, Garang comes out as the founding father, together with the rest who struggled in the rebellion.
Do you agree with the saying that success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan, politically?
Well, it's relative. It's relative. It depends from which perspective you are looking at. But in the case of South Sudan, Garang remains to be remembered because he championed a cause that most of Southern Sudanese identify with. And today, if you look at what we were watching on the videos from Juba, a lot of people were happy and they were celebrating when the flag was raised up. And that is some sort of identity. They're identifying with the flag, and it's a sign of their freedom.
How does it feel for you personally? This, of course, is really perhaps on the emotional level. I know that in Journalism 101, you're supposed to know to bring your emotions in a story. But given, frankly, that you hail from that part of the world, how did it feel for you July 9? And in fact, how does it feel for you up to now?
Well, I feel as a citizen of the Republic of South Sudan, it's for the first time I feel that I have a country that I will identify myself with, or to, if you like. because all this time I lived as a refugee in many countries, and to me, Sudan was not home. The countries where I took refuge in was my home because I felt welcome, I felt respected, I lived a dignified life.
Well, thanks so much, John, for your insight.